One aspect, one characteristics we've seen of first Bitcoin and crypto overall that I think will have huge ramifications and effects on the financial advisor industry, you as a financial advisor, is the idea of self-custody. We can go all the way back self-custody and look at, maybe the turn of the century when I owned a share of GE stock by virtue of the fact that I physically held the stock certificate, and custody for me was putting it in my filing cabinet. And if I wanted to trade it, I might meet up with someone in person and they would give me cash and I might give them the stock certificate. Now, from then till now, what we've moved on to in custody is beneficial ownership. It's moving towards large centralized custodians, partially for accounting reasons, partially for ease and convenience, because it makes it easier to trade when I don't have to physically hold stock certificates, for safety and security, because it's not very safe to keep a bearer instrument in a filing cabinet anymore. For all these reasons, this is why we move towards centralized custody. So that's why Schwab, Fidelity, now Altruist are these custodians that you might use. And it gives your clients the ability to obviously have managed portfolios. It gives them the ability to potentially get loans against their assets. It gives them the potential to consolidate reporting and everything. Now with Bitcoin, with crypto, we see the idea of self-custody coming back because it's no longer a piece of paper in a filing cabinet. It's a digital representation. And in the coming years, you're going to see more clients that are going to go towards this idea of self-custody, of I'm going to custody my own assets by virtue of the fact that I'm going to have a wallet. I'm going to have this software that's going to control those assets, and therefore I'm going to own them. You as my financial advisor might not be able to own them. Therefore, it's going to have huge ramifications for you as the advisor. One is your clients won't necessarily be as sticky, meaning you can't put them into Schwab or Fidelity or Altruist or whoever your custodian of choice is and know that it's going to be a pain for them to go anywhere else. They are going to be able to connect their wallet and you will give them advice based on what's in there, but there's nothing that says that they can't go to another advisor very, very quickly because they are likely going to have that custody. Number two is you are going to have to help them keep it safe and secure. You're going to have to help them understand what security means, because digital assets, many of them will be bearer instruments. Many of them will be programmed to where they're not necessarily bearer instruments, that you can have some programmability in there that says if it gets stolen, hacked, whatever it might be, it doesn't necessarily mean that whoever stole it actually has control over that asset. But that's still going to give us this idea of self-custody. You are still going to have to help your clients with safety and security of their assets. Another aspect it's going to have a huge change on is just the financial services industry in general and what options are available. Because when I get to custody, when I get to control my own assets, I might have more control. I might have more options and opportunities there. I might be able to go get loans against my assets that I wouldn't normally get if they were with a centralized custodian, because I have that purview. I have that control over my assets. Therefore, it will have a monstrous impact on the financial services industry, financial options in general. So just this idea of going to self-custody, again, regardless of whether it's crypto assets that we've seen as volatile in the past, like Bitcoin and ETH, or owning tokenized versions of funds or owning stable coins, whatever it might be, this move back towards self-custody is going to have huge impacts and ramifications on the financial services industry, on financial advisors. And it's time that you started understanding what that self-custody means so that you can start understanding how it's going to impact your business and how you can help your clients that might be interested in it.